Today we're going to be breaking down the incorrect versus correct way to run a slant versus inside shade press. So we're going to show this incorrect example here first, and a correct example of Garrett Wilson working the exact same release versus the exact same coverage. So anytime that we have to run like a three-step slant, we have a DB who's lined up inside shade press, maybe he's about like 2 yards off. What we don't want to do is just attack his outside shoulder for 3 hard steps. We call that a diamond release. If we just attack for 3 hard steps, but we maintain this gap of space, as soon as we break, that DB will easily be able to open up his hips and cut off our angle. Obviously, we don't want to just force the inside release either because he's inside shade. His goal is not to give up the inside. So we have to attack that outside shoulder, but first we have to close the space. So this receiver does a good job of closing the space, gives a quick little release inside, but when he bursts up for 3 steps to the outside, what makes him lose this rep is the fact that he reaches too far outside of his frame on the 3rd step of his diamond release. Remember, 3 steps to the outside shoulder and outside hip of the DB is a diamond release. When you cut off of this, we want to take my inside hand, put it on the back of his shoulder, push off and be able to accelerate. But because he reaches outside of his frame and he has this real big cut where his heel is hitting first, he takes 2 extra steps almost in place, which allows this DB to recover, especially when it's a talented DB and he's able to make a play. So we look at this example here from Garrett Wilson. He closes the space, but watch out when he cuts, he's able to get in and out of this break, right? And he's able to get in and out of this break because when he cuts, you see how his feet stay inside of his frame. He could easily push off of this foot, open up his hips, and not take any false steps, which doesn't allow this DB to recover.